Ken Rosenthal on his The Athletic baseball podcast reported that it is expected, it is likely, in his words, that the Twins will trade Byron Buxton.
Do you think that a Byron Buxton trade is likely? And if so, what's the best fit?
Yes, I do think a Byron Buxton trade is likely, and here's why.
The Twins have offered, what we know from July, they offered him a 7-year, $80 million contract. We don't know the exact details of, options or incentives or whatever. But we do know from Ken's piece today with Dan Hayes at The Athletic that 7-year, $80 million contract wasn't like a lowball offer. That was actually a point at which the Twins were feeling like they were kind of out of their comfort zone, that they were already stepping kind of to a degree that they didn't want to go as it was, which is pretty insane if you take a look at some of these other numbers, again, that I shared in an article at Twins Daily. And you can see here that Buxton extension offer of 7 years, $80 million, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not saying he should get the most out of this grouping, but something to keep in mind, these are all from a few years ago, so you'd expect the market has developed and increased, if anything, since then. And Byron is younger than most of these guys, than all of these guys on this list that signed. And if you take a look at the year prior, their performance the year prior to signing these deals, and of course, when we're looking at Byron Buxton, there is, the fact that you can think, man, if we extrapolated this out and applied this to like 140 games even, we're not going to go too crazy. Let's say he played 140 games, you can just get really nuts. Let's not even do that. Let's just take a look at these value numbers based off exactly, literally what he put up from last year. And some of these guys who had way higher average annual value in their contracts at an older age didn't even perform as well as Byron in a full season compared to a partial season to Byron Buxton. So when that's the case, I mean, how else would you expect this to go? This is, to me, a non-serious extension offer in the grand scheme of things. I don't see how the Twins can have any expectation that Byron Buxton would be motivated to take this contract extension. And again, I do want to stress that was from July. However, this new report from Hayes and Rosenthal at The Athletic doesn't mention, they've mentioned that the two sides have been talking, but there's no mention of an updated figure. I kind of feel like as today went on, if there was an updated concrete number, there would have been some kind of a correction, or that would have been leaked or whatever, because it's in the Twins' best interest to make it seem like they are making competitive offers to Byron Buxton for a lot of reasons. And it's not in their best interest to paint this as, the negotiations are not progressing, because if it's made fairly obvious that the Twins are going to trade Byron Buxton, that's an immediate significant hit to his trade value. Ken Rosenthal is probably, one of the handful of most plugged in MLB reporters. And if he's expecting Byron Buxton to get traded, he's obviously hearing expectations of Byron Buxton to be traded from other sources. And just, me and you can just read between the lines here and look at those numbers and consider things from Byron Buxton's point of view on that contract extension, and know that that's probably not going to get it done. And know that if the Twins can't extend him right now, it would make sense to trade him rather than just hang on to him throughout the year, because you don't know what might happen. We'll talk again soon. Thanks for checking this out.